You're listening to Talk of Champions, an Ole Miss Spirit podcast with Ben Garrett.
It's time! It's time! It's time! It's time! It's time!
Welcome into Talk of Champions on this August 24th, 2023. I'm Ben Garrett at Spirit Ben on Twitter. I write for the Ole Miss Spirit, omspirit.com, and affiliate of On 3. And joining me today is Denson Hollis, Senior Associate AD for Development, Chief Executive Officer for the Ole Miss Athletics Foundation. What do you actually tell people when they ask you what you do?
Well, Ben, I appreciate you having me on. When people ask me what I do, I just tell them that I'm living my dream job every day, helping make Ole Miss Athletics as successful as possible, and getting out there and meeting with our people and asking for money to help us get, go from good to great.
Because the title is so confusing. Senior Associate AD for Development, Chief Executive Officer.
See, I'm one of those people. I do not like titles. They make me very uncomfortable. So when people ask, I usually tell them my name and tell them I work in Ole Miss Athletics.
There you go.
I just don't put much value in what the title is.
Yeah,
that is my job. I oversee the Athletics Foundation.
How are season ticket sales as football season's creeping closer and closer every single day?
Man, season ticket sales are going great. We're just under 40,000. 44,000 is a sellout. So we're about 1,200 tickets above last year. The LSU game is sold out. The Texas A&M game is close to being a sellout. We've sold out our allotments for Georgia and Tulane. We're sold out of student tickets at just over 12,000. So season ticket sales are going great, and everybody's excited for the season.
Yeah, could you tell there was an uptick in interest maybe just over the off season? I mean, you said that Ole Miss is up year over year compared to this time last year. What do you think led to that, I guess?
Well, our fans are just bought into Coach Kiffin and his staff and the players that they've brought in. Bringing in Coach Golding was big, and I think people can just tell that the program is building. We're having a lot of success in recruiting. The collective is doing really well. So I think people know that we're putting in a system that's going to be sustainable. And I think the next couple of years, Ole Miss football is about to have some big-time results.
Now, I know, Denson, that you're not the decision maker for this. And I want Ole Miss fans to understand that when I ask Denson the question. But you're in the offices, man, and you know the scuttlebutt. Why are we still kicking off this game at 1 p.m. Central Time? It's so hot.
That's a good question. We're playing Tulane the next Saturday at 3 o'clock. So I imagine that the game time is to get us ready for the heat down in Louisiana with a really tough opponent in Tulane. So if I had to guess, I'd bet it's about getting ready to play a meaningful game down in New Orleans in the extreme heat and humidity.
What are y'all doing right now in the offices to kind of get ready?
Yeah, when football camp starts off, that's kind of the go sign for Ole Miss Athletics and all of our fall seasons. Our students and our student athletes are back on campus. That's when all the requests start coming in from donors for, all their tickets in good shape, their parking passes, just a lot of requests. But we're putting together a bunch of exciting stuff and really taking care of the people that support us in a big way. So right now, it's just super busy. Everybody's really excited. The staff's really excited. The department's really excited. We're ready to kick off next Saturday. And soccer's already got their season going, so we're underway and ready to go.
Yeah, you can't bring up donor stuff without mentioning, or at least us touching on, the Grove Collective's Day of Giving that just came and went. And they raised, I think it was like $1.7 million in half a day or maybe a full day. Rousing success. Just what did you think about the Grove Collective's Day of Giving and maybe the response overall, including Oxford as a city coming through and saying, hey, we can contribute to this too?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, the Grove Collective, I think the goal was $3 million. I think I saw Walker said yesterday they're over $2 million. So yeah, we do partner with them a lot, and we help them where we can. It is never lost on us. The Grove Collective has to be successful, just like OMAF has to be successful, because for Ole Miss Athletics to be successful, it takes both of us doing our part. So we definitely help them where we can, and we really have a great partnership with Walker and William Evans and the rest of his team. The results were incredible. I'm not sure I'm surprised, because Ole Miss people always step up and support our teams when asked, and our fans are comfortable with NIL now, and they know how critical it is to our success in all of our sports. So, you can see in a couple of days they raise a great amount of money that will help propel the collective forward. And as a result, our team, because if we don't have players, we're not going to win. If we don't have facilities, keep them happy. It takes all of us. So, we do have a great partnership with them. I don't think that's the case around the country at some places, but, ours is as good, if any, if not the best.
No, I feel like Ole Miss has really found its footing here, and that's not just with the Grove Collective and its leadership with Walker and them. I'm talking about everybody that's contributing to this in some way, in their own way, whatever their way is, including OMAF, right? For the longest it was, man, we're just trying to figure out what this is. And I feel like now, more or less, Ole Miss is not just understanding where it is and what it is it's dealing with here, but also kind of leading the field in many ways. I mean, you're seeing Ole Miss be progressive in this space.
Yeah, I think, I guess it's in year 2 or almost year 3. Our people are comfortable with it, and they're excited, and they know, like I said, how critical it is. So I think once it became a little bit more official and a little bit more comfortable, our donors, like I said, they always do. They shift, and they've helped the collective a lot. We have a lot of those relationships here, and when they talk to us and say, how do I help the collective, we connect them with Walker and his team, and it's very reciprocal, and they help us, and they find new people that we didn't know were big Ole Miss supporters. So there's definitely some back and forth between us and them. But yeah, our donors are always stepping up, and they just added this to another area of interest for them at the campus, and they're raising a lot of money. And you heard Coach Kiffin talk about how proud he is of the collective and what they're doing, and so are other sports.
I think it says something a little bigger, though, because when you talk about season tickets being up year to year, the success of the Grove Collective's Day of Giving, Day of Collecting, whatever they called it, I just think Ole Miss fans are excited. I feel like there's been a surge in enthusiasm. When's the last time in the dead heat of August we were talking about Ole Miss basketball as well as a football season,
Yeah, when you look at our department comprehensively, our sports are really positioned well to have really big years in the immediate future. When you look at Coach Kiffin and the roster they put together for football, especially going into next year with the 12-team playoff, Coach Beard and his staff and the excitement they've brought in. I tell everyone, if you don't have basketball tickets now, you need to go ahead and get them, because they're not going to be there in the future. They're about to win at a high level at Ole Miss that we may have never seen. Coach Bianco in baseball, they completely rebuilt their roster and really just kind of manhandled the portal with the players they brought in. Coach Yo, the same for her roster. Our women's tennis and women's golf teams are loaded. We got great new coaches in volleyball and soccer. Coach Connie and track have always done a great job. So if you look at all of our sports, this is the best head coach roster we've ever had across the board.
It's not close. Yep.
So I think our fans, they realize that, and they realize that Keith is a great AD, and he has Ole Miss best interest at heart. So they have full belief in him. They have full belief in Chancellor Boyce and how he supports athletics and knowing what athletics does for the campus. I mean, we're at just under 5,300 freshman students. Athletics plays a really big piece in bringing those kids to this campus. And from what I've been told, applications for next year are already up 20 to 30% on top of this year's biggest class ever. So, I mean, Ole Miss is on fire. I was telling somebody yesterday, everything right now is just clicking so well at the university, and athletics plays a big piece of that.
How do you keep it going, especially from an OMAF perspective?
Winning always helps for sure.
Of course, yes.
Everybody loves winning.
Yeah, got to do that.
I think our team here at OMAF was Wesley Owen guiding the annual fund, and Matt McLaughlin, major gifts, and Jenny Johnson and Nina Jones doing the financial piece. We just have a great team here that really has the athletics department, our mission to support them at the the top of their mind. So we are out there fundraising relentlessly, trying to find new donors, expanding our donor network, and selling more tickets, and being creative on how we can bring in new revenue, like the Morgan Wallen concert or the things you've seen Revel XP do in our venue. So we just got to keep striking while the iron's hot, because it's really hot right now.
That second Morgan Wallen night, that had to be just your nightmare.
Well, I had 6 10-year-olds with me, so I had several different dynamics. One, I was thinking, oh boy, how's this going to affect the department? And two, I was like, this has potential to be really interesting to get these people out of here. And then three, how do I get all these girls? We have 3 daughters. This is our oldest, and her friends. I was like, they're all crying and upset. I was like, God, how do I explain this to them? So it was an interesting night for sure. But I think you'll see more of that both in the stadium and the pavilion in the future as we look to expand kind of our concert interest and bringing in new revenue for the department.
Ideally, we all get him back.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, they're talking to a bunch of artists right now. Neil Mead is kind of our concert head, and he's looking around for different artists for this year, next year, and so you never know.
The College Corner is headed to Oxford. Stop by their new location in the Oxford Commons off Sisk Avenue. They'll have 4,000 square feet of Rebel gear ready for your trip to the Grove. On your next trip to Oxford, stop by the College Corner or our other great locations in Ridgeland and Flowood. Hats, shirts, polos, pullovers, sweats, t-shirts. College Corner has it all. And as always, you can visit us online at collegecornerstore.com. That's collegecornerstore.com. The College Corner, where your game day apparel meets.
Are you ready for the Grove? Because I know I am. So join Lane Kiffin and your Ole Miss football Rebels at Vaught-Hemingway Stadium this fall for the 2023 season. Order tickets now to participate in the seat selection process and to explore seating options. Visit OleMissTix.com, OleMissTix.com, or call the Ole Miss Athletics Foundation today, 662-915-7159. For Ole Miss football season tickets, it's time again to help lock the vault.
Are you looking at cutting your health insurance premiums by as much as 20 to 30%? Are you aging into Medicare and need help finding a Medicare supplement plan? Call Drew Moak of USA Benefits Group at 601-953-8449. Drew is an Ole Miss grad located in Mississippi and licensed in 7 states. He works with the nation's second largest health insurance brokerage with access to 35 different carriers, and he can help you with any of your health insurance needs. From regular health plans to life insurance to dental and vision and even Medicare, he has it all covered. Now more than ever, it is critical to have a health insurance agent who is local and accessible. So call Drew Moak at 601-953-8449 and get your free quote today.
We've all been there before. A weekend trip to the casino canceled because real life came calling. Well, MyBookie's new and improved online casino is here to change the game. Dive into a truly realistic casino experience featuring the latest in slots, progressive jackpots, and live dealer action, all from the comfort of your own home. Take advantage of weekly blackjack tournaments and a brand new collection of high-end games for a chance at real cash rewards. The MyBookie Casino provides a Las Vegas experience when the action's in your hands. And the best part is you don't even need to wear pants. Your adventure at the MyBookie Casino begins today with a generous sign-up bonus using promo code TOC for Talk of Champions, TOC. That's promo code TOC to secure yourself a sweet deposit bonus. And that's not all, because their revamped loyalty program ensures that you'll be showered with rewards, including free spins, cashback offers, and a host of exclusive VIP perks. The more you play, the more you win. Play anytime, anywhere with the MyBookie Casino. And make sure to check out MyBookie for all your gaming needs at www.mybookie.ag. That's www.mybookie.ag. What are the considerations right now for bringing more artists to campus like Morgan Wallen?
Well, I'll tell you this, in the music world, what we learned last year from Morgan Wallen is the people that bring in the artists and the entertainment companies, they saw what we did with the concert and how it went off and the numbers that we put up. And I think it'll be easier to get those artists in the future because they've seen us pull it off. And I think it really surprised them at the volume of merchandise and alcohol sales and ticket sales that Oxford pulled off. So I think it's going to be a little bit easier to get who you're asking for.
So you weren't at the Morgan Wallen concert for yourself.
Yeah, music's never really been my thing, but
how is music not a thing for you? You don't like music in general?
Podcasts mostly. I don't listen to much music. My staff made fun of me forever because I didn't even have a music player on my phone, but I have Apple Music now, so I'm feeling pretty modern. Eloise, my oldest, loves Morgan Wallen, so she loved him then. She loves him even more now. So I definitely listen to his music all the time with our kids, but
Denson,
music's just not my number one thing.
Denson, you buttoned up sweetheart of a person. I'm asking you a very simple question and answer completely honestly. If you could just listen to what you wanted to listen to right now, what would you put on for us?
I don't know. In college, I went to over 100 widespread panic concerts.
Yeah,
so
you did.
That didn't even fit into your buttoned-up comment, but
It doesn't. Totally
I
going
could say
against type. How many panic shows have you been to?
I don't know, probably 120. My middle brother Van is a huge panic guy, so I would help him out and try to get them here. JoJo is an Ole Miss alum, the keyboard player.
Yeah.
So we could definitely have a connection there.
There
I
we
know
go.
him pretty well, and we could get them in the stadium.
Who's responsible for booking artists?
Well, Neil Meade kind of runs point for us.
All right. Well, Neil, if you're listening to this right now, Denson just gave you a hell of an idea. You know how many people would show up for Panic?
That'd be interesting.
Yeah. Now y'all would have to let some stuff go on campus, but I'm just saying it'd be really fun. What's the biggest to do on your plate right now?
Well, I mean, we just want to make sure that we take advantage of what's about to happen. Keith talks all the time that, we have 7 Saturdays a year to really showcase the best of what we do, especially on the big scale, whether it's entertainment value, the football team itself. Really, from OMAF's perspective, Tyler Ramsey and her team with premium services, this is kind of their front door. This is when the donors and ticket holders come in to their suites or the premium club area. So we want to make sure that that's all ready to go and in place and meets their expectation. But yeah, really, we just want people to come in. We want them to buy tickets. We want them to buy merchandise. We want them to, really lock into Ole Miss Athletics and not just come back for football, but throughout the rest of the year.
He's Denson Hollis of the Ole Miss Athletics Foundation. This has been Talk of Champions. I'm Ben Garrett at Spirit Ben on Twitter. I write for the Ole Miss Spirit, omspirit.com, and affiliate of On 3. If you haven't already, subscribe, rate, review Talk of Champions in iTunes. And when you do, leave a 5-star review. It doesn't matter what you say, as long as it's 5 stars. And the podcast can now be found on YouTube. Just simply search Talk of Champions, and it should pop up for you. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. You got a big year ahead. Good luck.
So, every day we have a question of the day in the office.
Okay.
We had a pretty good one the other day, and actually the department had the same question. If you could go back 100 years in your life, would you rather go back 100 years and meet your descendants or go forward 100 years?
Forward.
Rather go forward.
Oh, 100%.
Interesting. We were pretty
Forward.
split.
Forward. Not even close. You're going backwards?
Yeah, I think I'd go backwards.
Nah. I want to know what the world looks like in 100 years.
Debate topics here all the time. Favorite movies, favorite TV shows. What's your favorite TV show ever?
The Wire.
That's a good one.
Thank you, Denson. I appreciate you, man.
Appreciate it, Ben. Thanks for having me on.